Welcome back to the Perfectly Balanced Podcast, where we talk about everything that has to do with life, love, relationships, and everything in between. I'm your host, Destinee, and today we're going to be talking about the soft life. And in this episode, we're going to talk about how you can have a soft life, but you have to make it realistic. If you've ever said you just wanted peace but didn't know exactly what that looks like, then this episode is definitely for you. What we're not talking about is just candles and self-care days. We're talking about what it really takes to live soft in a world that expects you to be so hard. So let's get into it. Online shows a soft life like luxury trips, bubble baths, matcha, silk robes, and things of that nature. And that's cute and all, but for me, I feel like the soft life is so much more deeper than what we see on the internet. For me, it means I don't force connections. If I don't feel like talking and being around certain people, I won't. I also allow people to misunderstand me, and I'm not going to explain myself. If you are stuck on misunderstanding, then you're just going to misunderstand. I prefer peace over performance, and I'll get into what I mean by that a little later. So for me, a lot of things that I used to engage in, I no longer engage in. For example, disagreements, that's not me. We can have a disagreement, but arguing, that's not for me. Debating, that's not for me. I'd rather have a civilized conversation like an adult, and we can go from there. What I will do is not talk to you for a while. That's just something that I do now. If I don't like how you did something or said something, I just will take a step back and then come back later, and then we can talk about it. That's just me, and that's just how I feel about having a soft life. That's just a part of having a soft life. Not engaging in things that are not me, not engaging in things that don't make me feel good, and not engaging in things that don't make me happy. One thing I will say is it's really easy to chase joy when life feels really good. And tell me, and believe me, it's so much easier. But you also have to choose joy when you're tired, when you're stressed, or even when you're grieving. And I know that's a lot easier said than done, but you have to find the joy in little things. You just have to. That's just something that you have to do, even if you are stressed, even if you are tired, even if you are grieving. And you can grieve a multitude of things. You can grieve friendships. You can grieve relationships with significant others. You can grieve so many things. You can grieve a job. You can grieve a life that you thought you would have. You can grieve a decision that you made. So please don't beat yourself up when things don't work out, because it's not living a soft life. And I feel like, honestly, living a soft life is making sure you find joy in the small things when things aren't on the better side of things. So for me, I remember one day, and I do this often, and I'm learning how to take a step back and not do it. When I'm not feeling my best self, I take a step back. I don't sit and try to push through, because what happens is I either get irritable, I'm mean to other people, and it is just not good to power through when my body is telling me no, it's not. No need to do that. So instead, I'll take a step back. I'll do some of my favorite things, whether it's going fishing, whether it's, what else do I like to do? Fishing, reading, doing word searches. Shoot, I'll even go for a walk or a workout. And normally those things will bring me back and bring me a sense of ease and a sense of joy, even when things are not the best at that present moment. And you also have to understand that joy isn't always the loudest. Like I said, sometimes it could be reading a book, sometimes it's a walk, sometimes it's just making a playlist and just listening to it. And honestly, and quite frankly, sometimes it's just resting. If you see some dishes somewhere, just leave them and handle them later. Sometimes all you can do is be there for yourself. And I personally believe that being there for yourself especially in your time, whether it's good things going or bad things going, make sure you're there for yourself. In my personal opinion, that is what having a soft life is. Being there for yourself when you need yourself the most. You cannot allow other people to need you if you're not your best self. I wanted to let you know that to get to this version of myself, I had to let go of a lot of different things. And it was hard. When I say I still do some of these things, but not as much, but I wanted to tell you how difficult it was to stop overthinking, being mad at myself for not hustling, and if I want to rest, go ahead and take a nap. And then also just trying to be strong and always trying to be there for everyone else. Now with overthinking, I do that a lot. And I had to learn that I can't control everything. I personally can only control what I can control, and anything else outside of what I can control, that I just have to let it flow. I just have to let it flow. If I don't let it flow, I'll get back into that overthinking, and that's not healthy because I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know where I'm being led to. I don't know what's on the other side of the door. So overthinking doesn't do anything but cause stress, anxiety, and unhappiness. And honestly, I still struggle, but I did just stop. I just stopped it because it's not helpful. I also had to stop feeling guilty for wanting to take a nap. I'm gonna be honest with you. Naps cure a lot of things. Well, at least for me. It can cure if I'm sad, it can cure if I'm mad, it can cure all of that. So I'm going to take a nap. If that's not something you do, then that's on you. But me, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a step back, especially if things are overwhelming or if things are too much for me. I'm going to take a nap. Lastly, always being everyone's point of contact and always trying to be the strong one. I'm not doing that no more. I have been strong for a long time, and I think now at this point in my life, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I can't. I have to be strong for me. I can't be strong for everyone else anymore, and that's really important. It's so important. I cannot be strong for everyone else if I am not strong for myself. So learning how to be strong for myself, learning how to not answer phone calls when I don't want to talk at that present moment, just learning myself, relearning myself. And for me, that's a soft life, relearning yourself. I think a lot of people think softness means weakness, but it's actually it just takes so much strength to not react, to rest, and to protect your peace on whatever accord it may be on. Again, you are not weak for not reacting to what somebody said or somebody did. You are not weak for resting. You do not have to hustle all the time. And you are not weak for protecting your peace. I say it one more time. A soft life does not mean you are weak. It means that you are more strong than you think because you are not reacting to certain things. You're taking time to rest and you are protecting your peace. For me, what I do is I take a step back. You may not hear from me for a while, and I'm sorry, but I'm always the one checking up on everyone else. I'm always the one putting my best foot forward for everybody else. So at this point, I'm going to take some time for me. I'm going to protect my peace. I'm not going to react to things I used to. I'm going to make sure I take a nap. I'm going to make sure I rest my body. I'm going to make sure I go outside, take walks, go be with nature, and I'm going to go from there. That is my soft life right now. Relearning myself, doing hobbies that I want to do. And a lot of situations could have broke me. But understand that once I relearn myself and continue to relearn myself, I'm healing myself all in the mix. And that's what a soft life means to me. So, with all that being said, I want to go over some habits or certain things that I do that help with my soft life. So for one, I like to sing. I can't sing, that's cool, but for me, listening to a good playlist or listening to some of my favorite songs and just singing out loud to the lyrics. That is something that I like doing. Another thing I like doing is listening to jazz music. So when I first get up, I don't really want to check my phone, so I don't check my phone when I first get up. I go in the bathroom, get myself together, talk good to myself in the mirror. I play some music and I either do a word search, I'll read, or I'll just sing along. I feel like the alone time is very important. It's going to set the tone for the day. It's going to set the tone for what else is going to happen. It's going to set the tone for you. So take some time for yourself. That's what I do. I also started saying no to certain things. Like I said, if my energy isn't right, I love people enough and I care about a lot of people enough not to be around, because I feel like energy is everything, and me projecting my bad energy onto other people isn't a good thing, especially if I'm in a mood. So if you don't see me for a couple days, a month, or whatever the case may be, or you don't hear from me, it's because I'm protecting that energy. Because I feel like if you are in a bad mood or if you are going through certain things, then you have to take a step back and just chill. And if that means telling people no, you can't go out and do things, or no, you can't hang out because you need stillness in that moment, then that's what you have to do. You just have to say, no, I can't do that right now. I'm not my best self right now. And I want to give people who I love and who I care about my best self, because y'all deserve that of me. And that goes along with having energy boundaries as well. I don't have to really harp on that because I literally just told you what I do. Understand that having a soft life is not about what you see on the internet. It's not about aesthetic. A soft life has been misconstrued. For me, a soft life is starting my morning slow, not rushing through the day, doing things that I actually like doing, being there for myself when things get too hard or when things are overwhelming, because I can't be there for you if I'm not there for me. Do I have to work on some of these things? Yes, I do, because sometimes life does get overwhelming and I forget to start my morning off slow. I forget to wake up a little bit earlier, and it shows. It definitely shows. And I don't want it to show, but it definitely shows. It definitely shows. But please understand that a soft life is not shopping trips, spa days, spending money. A soft life is understanding what you want and understanding what's going to make your life easier, and putting forth effort to allow those things in your life and not to just let them go about, if that makes sense. Like I said, a couple things I do. I start my mornings off slow. I do a couple things that I like doing. I talk to myself nice in the mirror. It's like so many different things I do that really sets the tone for me. And that is what I think a soft life should be and is. I want you to understand that you do not need permission to make your life feel softer. You really just need to start making different choices and figuring out who you are and learning old behaviors and unlearning old patterns. I would like for you, whoever is listening, to tell me, what would your soft life look like if it was designed strictly for you and not for social media or for anybody else? I want you to share your thoughts in the comments and just let me know. We can go over this thing together. Remember, you have to choose the soft life. The soft life to me is peace, intention, joy, even when things are too hard or even when things are too much. The soft life to me is feeling safe in my choices, it's feeling safe in my boundaries, and just feeling safe in myself, because I have to make myself feel safe. Nobody else can do that for me. So again, let me know if you had to choose what your soft life would look like. And when we come back, if you allow me to, we'll talk about a couple of things that people let me know in the comments of how they would like their soft life to go.